Hello, I'm Bruce Crane. I'm working with this year's Stewardship campaign at St. Augustine's Church. I'd like to take a moment to speak to you about the Stewardship campaign. This year, we're listening to the voices of the prophets Ezra and Nehemiah. Now, Nehemiah was cupbearer to King Artaxerxes. When he learned of the condition of Jerusalem, he asked the king to let him go and rebuild the city, and the king granted his wish. He surveyed the destruction and said to the people, "You see the trouble we're in, how Jerusalem lies in ruins with its gates burnt. Come, let us rebuild the walls so we may no longer suffer disgrace." I told them that the hand of my God had been gracious upon me, and also the words that the king had spoken to me. And then they said, "Let us start building." So they committed themselves to the common good. We have a lot in common with the Jewish people who heard the prophet Nehemiah. They were survivors. In exile, they had adapted to a different kind of worship. Their knowledge and skill had given them some success. Think of Daniel and Queen Esther. But they always longed to return to worship and life as a Jewish community. Nehemiah called them together, gave commands, and the whole community worked to rebuild the city walls and gates. Each family contributed to the effort. The word of God was proclaimed, and the people repented of their transgressions and tried to live as God commanded. We're also rebuilding to reestablish the church we lost last year. This work will require the efforts of our whole community. During August, our gospel lessons told of Jesus feeding the multitude. It was a miracle, and the miracle involved more than just Jesus and his disciples. If the young boy had shared his loaves and fishes with just the disciples, it would have been a meager meal. But when the action involved the community, the multitude, then all were filled. Reverend Scott spoke about the miracle on two levels, physical and spiritual. He was speaking about nourishment, but there's another level as well. We, our St. Augustine's community, are the physical side of this equation. The power of God's love is the other. When these come together, power surges forth. We can use this power to reach out to others who need our help, to promote justice, and to ease suffering. Miracles can happen at St. Augustine's. Our very existence is an ongoing miracle, and we've had many Nehemiahs, legal, architectural, and audiovisual, who have directed us to overcome problems. But we also had community members who made this a place that welcomes and encourages seekers. We know that part of the miracle of feeding was creating a safe space for people to share what they have with others. The random crowd came together, and sharing showed the power of community. Yet, even after witnessing the miracle, we're told that some of Jesus' followers left him. The asking was too great. Desired change in society will come only if we change, if we think of the needs of the community instead of our own individual desires. Today's news is full of stories about those who fear change. Disasters strike, environmental, viral, and social, and some continue to deny the need for change. We ask, why don't they see the need? And here we come back to the multitude. Community is built on individual change. Won't you choose to become a part of the community of St. Augustine's and work together to bring about this community for tomorrow?